The Consumer Price Index measures the changes in the price of a fixed basket of goods and services that households in Ghana consume. The said basket, which contains food and non-food items, helps in appreciating the average price levels in the country. Per the data from the Ghana Statistical Service, on a year-on-year basis, that is from November 2021 to November 2022, the average prices of goods and services across the country increased by 50.3%. It also shows that food inflation hits 55.3% from October's rate of 43.7%, and non-food inflation also shot up by 7.2% to 46.5% in November 2022. Here is the government statistician, Professor Samuel Kobna Enim, highlighting the impact of the main drivers on the increase in the overall inflation rate for November 2022.
For November 2022, on a year-on-year basis, inflation stood at 50.3%, indicating that prices of goods and services between November 2021 and November 2022 went up by 50.3%. Disaggregating this from a food and non-food inflation perspective, food inflation recorded November 2022 inflation 55.3%, non-food inflation 46.5%, indicating an 8.8 percentage point difference between food and non-food inflation for the month of November 2022. From the perspective of locally produced items and imported items continue to record the highest rate of inflation of 55.1%, rising from 43.7% for the month of October 2022, and inflation for locally produced items 48.3%, again indicating an increase from 39.1% for the month of October 2022.
But what does this mean to the ordinary Ghanaian? Economist Patrick Isumin has been speaking to Citi News.
The 50.3% is the average increase in the price level between November 2021 and November 2022. So it means that in that period, on average, prices rose just over 50%. So in other words, it means cost of living has gone up. And essentially that is it. It means that whatever we are buying has become more expensive. Cost of living has gone up. And if your salary or your earnings haven't kept up, it means that your real income has gone down.
He also highlighted measures government should put in place to ensure the trend is reversed.
Food prices are rising. Generally, there are two things happening. Either something is happening on the demand side, that means demand for food is growing, or maybe the supply is not catching up to the demand, or both. In this case, it seems like a number of cost push factors has really led to issues with food production. So it seems to me that the food inflation we are seeing is not necessarily because people are trying to consume more food. It's simply because the cost of producing food has gone up. So we really need more investment in the food production sector and to increase the efficiency with which we spend in the area of agriculture. So I think, yes, obviously when the food produced is not enough, then people will struggle to get the food. And then it's also related to the fact that prices will go up. So when we don't produce enough food, the prices will rise, and that means that many people will struggle to be able to afford purchasing the food.